How to find yourself. In finding you, there are five questions you must ask yourself. They are very simple, but I can tell that over 80% of the world population can't answer them correctly. This should reveal to you the level of ignorance in the world. And we are teaching, but most of them don't want to learn yet, they want to lead. This is the major reason why a worldly musician, actor or talent has more followers on social media than someone whose life seems to be saved or the creator is happy with. If you check those following worldly talents, they all claim to be lovers of God. These 5 questions are: 1. Who are mine? When I ask people who are you, they tell me their name. That was not the question asked. I didn't ask, what is your name? 2. Where am I from? Until you know where you are from, you don't know who you are. Don't think you are John or Sarah from one village. 3. Why am I here? This reveals the reason you were sent here and why you are still giving a chance to be alive. After a while, whether you achieve it or not, you have to go. But if you didn't achieve why you were sent here, you will be coming from heaven but going to hell. 4. What can I do? That which you can do without anyone training you, but receiving training from those who have done it before will give you good speed. You can be born a singer, but you can't be born a keyboardist. A singer who learns to play the keyboard will be a better singer or have more value or advantage than the one who doesn't. 5. Where am I going? After achieving all these things, will the Creator say, "Welcome my faithful servant," or will He say, "Get yourself behind me"? When you find your true you, it transforms your mind and how you see things by over 70%. This helps you find sleeping with someone you are not married to or another person's spouse or masturbating, etc. very irritating. This helps you to stop masturbating, fornicating, raping, committing incest and all sexual disorder. There are so many best things that can happen to you, but finding why you were born into this world is the best that can ever happen to you. And a lot of people die without finding this. Can I shock you? They are not going to heaven even if they are born again. I know you want to stone me, go ahead. But may I shock you again? Born again does not override purpose. What is the essence of being born again without discovering and fulfilling your purpose? Fulfilling your purpose is being useful. A born again who is not fulfilling his or her purpose is useless. I'm sorry, but you just need to hear that truth. A useless person will not be allowed by a sincere Father to enter into His kingdom. As we go on, you will understand better. Finding why the Creator created me helped me to become more conscious of the 24 hours allocated to me each day. It really helped to make me do every right thing within my knowledge at each level of my life, not to allow the criminals or destroyers called lust, pornography, masturbation and so on steal my time. Anything that steals our time will graduate to steal our purpose, assignment if we doing nothing fast. The most dangerous thief, killer or destroyer is distraction, not the normal Satan they tell you in church, mosque or school during religious studies. Lust, pornography, masturbation are very huge distractions today that has so much distracted the people living on earth, including the children of pastors and of imams. The worst criminal is not the one that carries gun to rob people of their money, but the one that robs people of their time. Whatever takes our time will either take us to the grave empty or to the grave loaded. Such criminals are not known to many, but let it be known to you now that they are the distractions of your own allocated time. Some of those criminals are lust, pornography, masturbation, fornication, adultery and their likes. Let us look at what finding you mean. It means to dig out, find out, search out or know why you exist. The reason a farmer plants yam is for the yam to produce food that people will eat. Have you found how many people and what group of people you were sent here to feed via your inventions, creativity and talents? Finding why God put you in your mother's womb and after you mature brought you into this world plays a vital role in helping you stop masturbation and any other crime, iniquity or sin. It is like choosing between life and death. Your assignment is your focus, but masturbation will distract you. A great author said, "If the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable." Before I found myself, I was living my life anyhow. I went to school and didn't understand why I was in school. I was in school because my parents paid my school fees and wanted to produce a graduate who will just go to work, go to church, marry, have children, continue to be holy, preach, win souls to God, and then at a good old age fall sick and die. Later in life, I discovered that life is more than just having a good job or your own business, going to church, having PhD, getting married, have children, live a righteous life, grow old and then fall sick and die. I discovered that purpose is superior to every other thing you do in life, including holiness. From my primary 3 till the university level, I never took school nor learning serious. How I was passing from one class to a higher class with so much failure on my result I didn't know. But I knew that, if they were to go by grades, I should be in primary 3 till when I was 30 years old. I remember many times I failed, but I refused to repeat. That was because nobody really checked to make sure I repeated. The headmaster just announced, "If you failed, please don't move to the next class." Some of my friends who joined me to fail repeated, but of course I didn't show them my report card, so I told my friends I passed and they were not able to follow it through. No wonder in my country today, corruption has eaten so deep into every sector that if not that God saved me, I will not believe that my country can ever be better. And this is why we must teach others and do our best to fix our nation and the world at large. That was how I continued till I got to senior secondary, level 3, and it was time to sit for the West Africa Examination Council exams. My brothers and sisters, that was when I realized the errors of not being interested in learning. Till today my parents never saw my first West Africa examination certificate result. What I did with it, only God and I can tell. However, it was not like that from the beginning. When I was in nursery school, I was the very best in my class. My parents and teachers were so proud of me. I do come first, but along the line, I didn't know what really happened and I could not read, write, nor was I brilliant anymore. I was conscious that this is not how it used to be with my studies. My parents talked and talked, beat me up, but nothing changed. Later in life, I heard it was an attack. Many years later that veil left me. I don't want to go into details about that. And I'm not saying every case like that is an attack, please. Most are not an attack from your father's house or from witches, it is due to too much of playing and nobody knew how to help minimize it all because they don't understand your temperament and how to properly raise a child. I never understood life, but I wanted to be great. It was later that I realized I never desired to be great, I only wished to be great. Wishing does not drive you to get it. It is desire that drives you to get it. I was lusting, masturbating and fornicating. And I foolishly thought I knew what love is. Up until then, nobody ever taught me about purpose. Not even my parents or my teachers. They didn't even understand what purpose meant because they never discovered there's how much more to fulfill it. Not even my pastors or teachers told me about purpose. What a stupid life I was living. A life without a godly assignment is a useless life. I ran from Port Harcourt to Lagos knowing it was God that was leading me as he told Abraham to leave his father's house, but my parents never knew it was God until many years after. Just as the parents of Samson and Samson himself never knew the Creator was the one leading him. Judges chapter 14 verse 4. At this point I didn't even know 2% of who God is, but I knew He was the one leading me. This was the very first time I could really say it was God that led me, and I allowed Him lead me by taking action even without the agreement of my parents, brothers and sisters. If you are living your life anyhow, that is a sign that you have not found the right you. However, a lot of people think that purpose is living their life anyhow. And a lot of people don't even know they are living their life anyhow. However, finding you is not enough. In finding you, you must discover your spiritual and physical assignment. The moment you discover these two, your zest or sexual urge to lust, masturbate, watch pornography or sleep around with the opposite sex or same sex will reduce by 30%. Don't ask me, what about our worldly brothers and sisters that sing worldly songs, act worldly movies and do all manner of worldly things, if they didn't discover themselves? Example, if you discover your purpose is to solve the problem of rampant hair growth on men and you open a barbing salon with the vision to be the best in the world that is also the most distinctive employer of labor amongst other barbing salons and to help create employment for not just your country but the world at large, that is a very good physical purpose. But if your spiritual purpose is not understood, you will end up using that same great physical business idea or purpose to attract people to hell. And this is what is happening in our world today, and it has been happening even before I was born, and someone need to correct that. We must realize that the problem of the world is an adult and the solution to that problem is a child. This child is not necessarily a newborn baby but also an adult who realizes that she should or must do the right thing. That is where vanity upon vanity comes in. The day I understood this, I began to pray and do all I can to teach people in the fashion world, music, arts, politics, business, and all inventory what spiritual or divine purpose is, and that purpose must be understood in the above two ways to enjoy the earth and also enjoy heaven. There are two discoveries you must do if you want to be useful in the sight of God and man. One is your spiritual purpose or reason for coming to earth, and two is your physical purpose. Finding only your physical assignment and not finding your spiritual assignment will cause you to miss heaven. Discovering only your spiritual purpose and not discovering your physical purpose will cause you to make heaven, but you will be broke, poor and not fulfilled on earth, and if you get to heaven you will live in a one-room instead of a mansion. I masturbated and wasted my time because I had not discovered my purpose. Many years came and went and I could not give a good account of what I did with each passing year. I was born again, and a worker in God's house, very active in church, but lust, pornography and masturbation arrested and put me in prison. It took the lawyers, called knowledge, principle and discipline, to bail me out after so many years of trials in court. I was close to my pastors, sang in choir, acted in church drama unit and even won awards. When comedy became popular, I realized I could also make people laugh, so I went into Christian comedy, and that was what gave me a big boost. I became popular and mounted the biggest stage in 2014 with other top comedians who were not necessarily gospel comedians. On the same stage, top comedians like Ali Baba, Julius Agu, Sacco, Yor, Akbaroro, Funny Bone, Still Ringing, Kenny Black, name all the top comedians in Nigeria. I have been invited to crack jokes on the same stage with them. Dr. Miles Monroe, Pastor E.A. Adeboye, Pastor Sam Adeyemi, Dr. Mensa Otabil, Kirk Franklin, Frank Edward, Nossa, Eben, Henry Soul, name all the powerful men and women and musicians, both at home and abroad. They have all ministered in this same great church, but I was a sinner with several certificates and Ph.D. in iniquity. The moment I began to discover who I am in Him, even though the urge to masturbate became stronger, I was able to resist it due to my newfound knowledge. It was intended to frustrate my calling, but the Lord helped me to prevail. I give God the glory. The more you draw closer to God, the more your sexual urge will become stronger so as to make you disobey Him and deny the faith, but the right knowledge you know and practice will help you to overcome. seek help fast from a qualified sexual purity influencer who will help direct your sexual urge aright. Until your sexual urge is rightly directed, you cannot serve God in spirit and in truth. Lack of purpose will cause you to masturbate, watch pornography, lust, commit fornication, adultery and all manner of bad things often. One of the benefits of discovering oneself is that your spirit will employ your flesh. And sooner or later even your flesh will enjoy the salary. When you discover yourself, your spirit will employ your flesh. Please, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, kindly do. That is one of the ways to tell others about the truth. Till God brings me your way again. I am Professor Holy Rock. And am saying, remain sexually clean.